Hello students, I am Anu and I will be teaching you a BA 5th semester history minor paper which is the history of India from 1700 to 1857. In this video, I will introduce you to the paper along with its units, its essential readings, objectives of the paper as well as the evaluation method. This period is very important as a part of your history curriculum as it explores the period from decline of the Mughal Empire to the consolidation of the colonial power. During this transformative era, India witnessed significant political, social, economic, and cultural changes. It was a period of great turmoil and transformations where regional powers emerged, new ideologies spread, and the foundation of modern colonial India were laid. Through this course, we will explore how these changes reshape the India's social fabric, economy, and the governance structure. We will also examine the lives of ordinary people during this period and how they adapted and evolved with the changing political and economic circumstances. This approach will help you not just to understand the historical events but also the processes behind it. Now, coming to the objectives of the course, the main objective of the course are to introduce the key features of the 18th century of India along with the background and the circumstances that led to the decline of the Mughal Empire. Also, to study the expansion and consolidation of British power through various means such as alliance, wars, diplomacy, and administrative policies. Another objective is to understand the impact of colonial policies on India's economy, including changes in the agriculture, trade, and deindustrialization to examine the major social religious reform movements that emerged during the 19th century, including the efforts to modernize education and the social norms. Another objective is to analyze the revolt of 1857, its causes, nature, as well as the consequences as a first major organized resistance to the British colonial rule. By the end of the course, you will gain a comprehensive understanding of these historical processes and you will able to develop the ability to critically analyze the debates around the colonialism and Indian responses. You will learn to know about the connect political events with the social and economic changes and appreciate the complexity of the historical transformations. Now, talking about the units of the course, the paper is divided into five units. The first unit dealt with the 18th century background and historiographical debates. This unit introduced key debates among historians regarding the decline of Mughal Empire and the rise of the regional powers. Second unit deals with the expansion and consolidation of the British power, including the detailed case studies of Bengal, Mysore, Punjab, and Maratha region, along with the ideologies that justified the colonial rule. Third unit, the making of colonial economy, in which we will study about the land revenue settlements, commercialization of agriculture, the decline of the traditional industries, and the emergence of new economic structure under the British rule. In Unit 4, we will study about the social and religious reform movements, examining the indigenous reforms and the introduction of modern education, including the work of prominent reformers and their impact on society. In Unit 5th, we will study about the revolt of 1857, in which we will analyze the causes, nature, and the long-term consequences of a revolt of 1857, and also including how it set the stage for the future resistance movement and the transformation of the British governance in India. Now, coming to the essential readings, we have multiple readings, including books as well as the articles from every unit. Here, I am highlighting few readings and books from the syllabus. So, to support your learning, following are very important readings. Shekhar Bandyopadhyay is From Plassey to Partition. Christopher Bailey's work, An Illustrated History of Modern India, 1600 to 1947. Then Sugata Bose and Isa Jalal's work, Modern South Asia, History, Culture and Political Economy. Then comes Lakshmi Subramaniam's work, History of India, 1707 to 1857. Then Ishita Banerjee Dube's work, A History of Modern India. Additionally, works by historians like Bipin Chandra, Ranjit Guha, Rudrangshu Mukherjee, Eric Stokes will help us to engage with both primary narratives and critical debates. Reading these works will also help develop your own interpretation and analytical skills. Now, coming to the last aspect of our paper, which is the evaluation and marks distribution. So, the paper or the course carries a total 160 marks, which is divided into internal assessment, class assessment, and theory paper. First of all, we'll talk about theory paper. Theory paper is consists of 90 marks, which is your written exam, which will happen by end of the semester. Then comes to the internal assessment, which is total of 30 marks divided into further three parts, which is your class attendance, your assignments, as well as test. So both test and assignment consist of 12 marks each, whereas attendance consists of 6 marks. Then comes the class assessment, which is of 40 marks, which is further divided into two categories. One is class activities, which is of total 35 marks, and the attendance of 5 marks. In class activities, we can have presentations, report writing, and various different mode of creative activities. Evaluation will follow the University of Delhi's prescribed scheme and includes the written assignments, presentations, class participation, and a comprehensive end semester examinations. It is important to engage actively in class discussions and activities because these contribute significantly to the your overall grade and help you to internalize the material in a better way. Remember, history is not just about memorizing the facts, but it's also about understanding the historical processes, connection, and the experiences of the people of the past. Thank you.